with SLC TV, Salt Lake City's government access channel, and I'm up top of the historic Salt Lake City and County building, which is undergoing restoration work to help preserve its iconic beauty. For this week's episode of Capital City News, we'll be talking to Council Member Stan Penfold about City Council priorities for 2017. And our History Minute is about Maud May Babcock, Utah's First Lady of Theater. Let's start off with our legislative update and look back. At its last meeting, the City Council adopted a resolution asking outdoor retailers to reconsider its decision to exclude Salt Lake City in future bids for its summer and winter trade shows. The resolution highlights the Council's appreciation for the organization's efforts to protect public lands and add to the economic vitality of Salt Lake City and the entire state of Utah. Utah political leaders, including Mayor Jackie Biskupski, released a new proposal for the homeless resource centers. Salt Lake City is now committed to building two 200-bed resource centers, not 4 in Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake County will build one shelter outside of the city. For more details about the plan, visit slcgov.com. 1,500 new jobs are coming to Salt Lake City. Mayor Biskupski, Laura Fritz, Salt Lake City's Economic Development Director, joined by UPS leadership and Utah's Governor's Office of Economic Development, broke ground on a new regional package operations facility, UPS's largest shipping hub in 30 years. The public was invited to a city open house to provide feedback, review goals, and set priorities to help lay groundwork for growing SLC, the city's first citywide housing plan since 2000. Each January, Salt Lake City Council members set priorities they want to make progress on during the year. Salt Lake City Council Chair Stan Penfold is here to tell us what those priorities are and next steps.
So the City Council deals with a wide range of issues throughout the year, but in particular we have an interest in focusing on things that are current in the way of issues. And so each year we have a council retreat, generally early in our year. We had one in January this year, where we talk about some of the most pressing issues that are facing Salt Lake City, immediate issues and long-term broad issues. And we try to develop some priorities that we can spend some extra time focusing on during the year in order to accomplish some of those bigger picture issues. So last year for our priorities, Council chose affordable housing, economic development, and infrastructure, mostly as it relates to the condition of our streets and curb and gutter and sidewalk. We worked a lot last year on homelessness and affordable housing. We spent a great deal of time on that. And when we started looking at these issues in January, the Council as a body felt pretty strongly that we still had a lot more work to do. And so we carried forward those priorities from last year into this year, and we are focusing on the same sort of things. We got a lot accomplished last year in homelessness and in economic development with our new economic development department, but we didn't have the time that we wanted to dedicate to our infrastructure needs. So we've sort of rearranged those priorities a little bit this year. Affordable housing still our number 1 priority, infrastructure's number 2, and economic development has dropped to 3, but we hope to spend a lot of time on each of those areas. So as we're looking at our priorities from a council perspective, what we're really looking at are policy and funding direction that will be important to support the priorities that we develop in those policies. So in order to have affordable housing, what policies do we need to have in the city? What financial support do we need to make sure affordability can happen? And we'll be talking to residents all through the year very specifically about what their ideas are in all of these areas. When we get to our infrastructure conversation, we will want to hear from the public. What's the priority? Is it streets? Is it sidewalks? Is it curb and gutter? What do you want to see us invest in? How much money are you willing to invest in over what time frame? So all of that will be a very public conversation through the year. We encourage public input. In fact, we hope we get a lot of public input on all of these 3 topics. People can participate by coming to a council meeting and sharing your thoughts. People can communicate to us through email or through formal letters. All of that information is available on our website. slcgov.com. We will also have opportunities to participate through Open City Hall and potentially some surveys that we might send out to the community. So we encourage people to share their feelings with us in any way that's most convenient for them.
And now it's time for a History Minute.
Maud May Babcock was the first female faculty member at the University of Utah. She began her time at the school in 1893 as a teacher of elocution. She spent an unprecedented 46 years on the faculty at the university, helping establish the departments of speech and physical education. She also brought plays to the university, producing over 300 of them herself during her tenure, which earned her the title of the First Lady of Utah Drama. She would make many more contributions to the state over the years. She became the first female chaplain of the Utah State Senate, which was a first for any woman in any state legislature in the country. She served for 2 decades on the board of the Utah School for the Deaf and Blind, helped plan and build the Deseret Gym, and even founded the Lucy Mack Home for Girls. She retired from her faculty post in 1938, though she continued to produce plays after that. She passed away in 1954. Today, the University of Utah maintains the Babcock Theater in her honor.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching another episode of Capital City News. For SLC TV, I'm Poonam Kumar, signing off from this lovely Salt Lake City and County building.